Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So I'm going to go up to you guys in the S&P 500 again. This is the SPY. We have a very important FOMC meeting coming up this Wednesday. I want to go over a recap on what exactly our prior rate hikes have been. Our first rate hike was at 25-point basis, and then our next was at 50-point basis, and our next two were at 75-point basis. So our question is, going into our fifth Fed rate hike, are we going to have another 75-point base rate hike, or are we going to have an increase to a 100-point basis? As you guys can see on our Fed futures, we have an 82% chance of having a 75-point base rate hike, and as you guys can see, we have an 18% chance of having a 100-point base rate hike. So our question is, with the momentum that we have in after getting an engulfing candle today that we do have, after getting a gap down here, getting an engulfing candle, will we continue on above our prior support, which is now our resistance, or are we going to get a possible continuation on lower, as we do have a low probability but an 18% chance of a 100-point base rate hike? And with a lot of other countries increasing in Fed rate hikes recently, are we going to continue on higher, or are we going to possibly digest above lows of the year? That is the question that we're looking for here, in my opinion, as we are testing our prior support, which is now our resistance. Again, very much looking to see exactly what can happen here. I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Now, before I jump into this, if you guys want that Fed future tool so you guys can see the probability of a possible increase or decrease in Fed rate hikes, go in the description below. I'm going to put it in there for you guys. And if you guys can do me a huge favor, if you guys find this video useful at all, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates or market updates that I mention every single day throughout the week. And if you guys are day traders, or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instabills room, I know the market has been very choppy, but a nice breakout that we had today, which I also did mention a video on Saturday about Rumble. Again, Rumble, new ticker RUM from CFEI as a SPAC. Rumble very much looking for volume on the day, and as you guys can see, continuing on higher on the day. Mentioned that on Saturday, mentioned them in the Instabills room, and then continued on higher. If you do want to see these type of alerts that we mention every single day in the Instabills room, go to instabills.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, again, getting an engulfing candle, momentum to the upside, a very nice bounce back from a major gap down that we had, a follow through again from CPI coming out at 8.3. Prior CPI was at 8.5, expectations at 8.1. We did get that 8.3 CPI coming out, and then we got a doji candle, an indecisive point, as we were testing the lower end of our 20 moving average and then getting that rejection, and then continuing on lower on a gap down, now engulfing to the upside, testing our strong support, which is now our resistance. Now looking at our pressure, again, this very much has to do with how much strength we have to the upside. As you guys can see, again, we did get our continuation on decreases in sell pressure. As you guys can see, we have one white shaded line coming in as a decrease in sell pressure. However, very much can continue on with an increase in sell pressure again if we lead into Wednesday's Fed rate hike with a 100-point base rate hike, which again is an 18% probability. However, very much going to keep it on watch to see if that does happen. If that does not happen, then we will be looking to see if we do get a continuation on decreases in sell pressure with these white shaded lines, digesting our 75-point base rate hike with our EMA lines crossing back up here. That is, again, what we're looking for here. You guys want to know what the play is here. If we're looking for that bounce back in the market, if we're going to call a bottom here, we want to see these EMA lines cross back up. As you guys can see prior, I've almost mentioned this every video, but breaking above the median over MACD, getting that nice continuation here with this rally that we did have above our 20 moving average, a very nice break that we had here. Now we are below our 20, looking to see if we can get back above it. As you guys can see, again, a nice engulfing candle. Very much anticipated that possible bounce back as we were testing just above our 380 level. So again, a nice bounce back after two gap downs, anticipating that anything can happen as far as digesting a 75-point base rate hike. So again, from playing to the upside to the downside from here, in my opinion, again, an engulfing candle to the upside. We do have momentum to the upside at this point in time, but we are testing again our prior support, 388 through 91. If we do break above 391, we don't have a lot of room to run to the upside, as you guys can see here, leading into our 20-day moving average, and that very much could be that bearish and false break above our support, and then continue on lower on a major sell-off if we do get that 100-point base rate hike leading into Wednesday. So again, I definitely would be careful playing to the upside if I was playing at this point. Again, tomorrow is the day before Wednesday's Fed rate hike. However, if we do get a possible consolidated point where we do pull back and we get a possible inverted hammer from here, and we get a possible bearish setup, and we have an engulfing candle to the downside, that would be that possible play to the downside. However, if we are looking for that bullish setup, in my opinion, just looking for an engulfing candle, trying to respect our 20 moving average from here is more important than chasing any setup from here, in my opinion. Now, again, with that said, again, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instabills room, go to instabills.com in the description below, and only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instabills that come over every single day and support this channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. It's not exactly fun to see data coming out every week. I'm not excited about it either. Trust me, it's not exciting to see data come out, but I'm glad we at least have these runners like RUM or whatever the case is. Just making sure we are playing higher percentage plays is all I really focus on, and making sure we are staying focused on candle structure and levels, and that is how we stay consistent and make sure we look for those consistent breakouts every single day, and that's exactly what we will continue to focus on. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.